What makes a great presentation? Have you ever wondered how to leave a lasting impression with your presentation? To find the answer to this question, you don't need to look farther than the presentation secrets of Steve Jobs. Steve Jobs was one of the most innovative and influential presenters of our time. He had a unique ability to connect with the audience and get his message across. But what made his presentation so successful, and how can we do the same? In this summary, I'll share with you 3 key lessons that I learned from the book that can help us to take our presentation skills to the next level and present like Steve Jobs. Key lesson number 1. To get people's attention, tell them how you will solve their problems. When giving a presentation, it's important to answer the question that's on everyone's mind. Why should I care about this? The answer is simple. You're giving them a solution to their problems. But first, you need to introduce the problem, the villain in your story. Paint a picture of a situation where people are frustrated with the lack of a solution, using tangible details to really drive the pain home. Now it's time for your product, the hero, to come to the rescue. Explain in simple terms, without jargon, how your product solves the audience's problem. For example, when Steve Jobs introduced the iPod, he first described the frustration people had with the bulky and expensive portable CD players. Then he revealed the hero, the iPod, which allowed people to carry their entire music library in their pocket for the first time. Remember, what you're really selling is the promise of a better life, free from the problems you've just described. This is where passion comes in. Steve Jobs was passionate about the problems his product could solve, and that's what made him an inspiring communicator. Key lesson number 2. Use the rule of 3. The rule of 3 is a powerful concept in communications. It says that lists of 3 are more effective because they feel more natural than lists of other lengths. Steve Jobs was a master of using the rule of 3 to captivate his audience and drive home his message. He understood that people can only recall 3 important points from any presentation, so he always made sure to boil down the key features of his products into 3 key points that his audience could easily remember. For example, when introducing the first iPhone, Steve Jobs said the iPhone combined 3 devices: a touchscreen iPod, a phone, and an internet communicator. When introducing a new product, Jobs would always focus on 3 key features: design, performance, and affordability. Jobs' ability to use the rule of 3 in his presentations was just one of the many elements that made him such a successful communicator. By following his example and using the rule of 3 in your own presentations, you can make sure that your audience takes away the most important information and remembers it long after your presentation is over. Key lesson number 3. Make your presentation stick by adding emotional touch. To make your presentation really stand out, you need to add an emotional touch. The key is to have a wow moment that will get your audience's attention and have a lasting impression. People may forget the details of your presentation, but they will never forget the way it made them feel. To create this holy shit moment, think about something exciting that you can include in your presentation. For example, when introducing the first MacBook Air, Steve Jobs brought a manila envelope to the stage and pulled out the MacBook from inside it to show how thin the new MacBook was. This act created a wow moment that left a lasting impression on the audience. By revealing the product in this way, Jobs was able to make a statement about its design and demonstrate how the product was unlike anything they had seen before. This moment not only showed the audience the physical attributes of the product, but also created an emotional connection with the audience by showcasing its uniqueness and sleek design. The wow moment created by Jobs was a crucial element in his presentation, as it made his message more memorable and added an emotional touch to the presentation. So in summary, to present as impressively as Steve Jobs, make your presentation as easy as possible for the audience to understand and remember. Start by showing people how you can solve their problems, use the rule of 3, and add emotional touch to make your presentation stand out.